Hello, and welcome to Dispatches from the Civil War, a podcast breaking down events of the American Civil War week by week in real time. My name is Logan, and I will be your host. This week, the events during January 18th through the 24th of 1861. Previously, 5 different states have voted for secession: South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. On the 21st, 5 senators that represent Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi formally withdraw from the chamber and make farewell speeches. Outgoing Senator Jefferson Davis from Mississippi will assert, "I concur in the action of the people of Mississippi, believing it to be necessary and proper," saying also that it is justified, quote, "on the basis that the states are sovereign," unquote. He will also explain why the principles and ideals of freedom and equality put forth by the Declaration of Independence, quote, "have no reference to the slave," unquote. I am guessing that this speech will age like buttermilk left in a summer sun. In regards to slavery, Wendell Phillips from Boston, Massachusetts, who is a graduate from Harvard with a law degree and who will devote his life to the enslaved, will deliver a speech where he hails the secession of slave states, for which he had little use or respect of, since they seemed to only be disruptive to the federal union. I find it interesting that the news of states seceding would be welcomed by some people in the North. Speaking of disrupting the Union, more federal installations are taken over by state troops. In Mississippi, Fort Massachusetts, you heard me right, on Ship Island in Mississippi Gulf is taken over after a few unsuccessful attempts. A curious development as the fort is only partially completed. And the arsenal at Augusta, Georgia is captured as well. Meanwhile, in Virginia, federal troops from Fort Monroe are sent to reinforce Fort Pickens in Florida. Looks like more states are giving in to the peer pressure of secession, and more federal institutions have been taken over. And how is it that a fort located in the Mississippi Gulf would take on the name Fort Massachusetts? Well, join me next week as we continue the saga of the American Civil War. This episode's music is the Battle Hymn of the Republic, or John Brown's Body, depending on when and where you are in 1861. Information about the song can be found way back in episode 1. Thank you for listening to Dispatches from the Civil War, written, produced, recorded, and developed by myself with assistance provided by Rosemary and Paige, the podcast kitties. If you've enjoyed this or other episodes, please consider putting up a review and recommending it to your friends. Until next time, keep fit as a fiddle and toe the mark.